Ramayana stories. Hanuman starting from Kishkinda to search Sita. Vanara King Sugriva lives in the Rishimukha hills along with his well-wisher Anjaneya. There, with the help of Anjaneya, he becomes friends with Sri Rama and his younger brother Lakshmana. In conversations, he comes to know that Sri Rama has been searching for his missing wife Sita for a while in the forest looking for some help. Knowing this information from Sri Rama, he shows jewelry of a woman which he found in the forest and asks him to confirm whether it belongs to Sita. Upon seeing the jewelry, Sri Rama and Lakshmana are able to identify the jewelry and confirm that it belongs to Sita. Later, Sugriva informs them that he cannot help Sri Rama as he has been staying in that place, fearing his twin brother Vali, who has taken his wife and his kingdom after defeating him in the duel fight. Hearing this, Sri Rama promises to help Sugriva to get back his kingdom. He also suggests him to go for a duel fight with his brother Vali. As per Sri Rama's advice, Sugriva invites his brother Vali for a duel fight. During the fight, Sri Rama kills Vali with an arrow. Now Sugriva, who becomes king of the Kishkinda, promises Sri Rama that he will help him to find his missing wife Sita. As promised, Sugriva arranges 4 teams to search Sita in the 4 directions of the earth: east, west, south, and north. For each team, he explains what places they should search in the respective directions, giving geographic dimensions of each direction. He orders them to return within 30 days with or without Sita's information. He further adds that if anyone returns after 30 days without any information, then he will punish them upon their return. He appoints Prince Angada, who is son of his twin brother Vali, as a leader to the south side team. He asks experienced Jambavanta and young Anjaneya to join Angada's team along with thousands of Vanara soldiers. He expresses confidence on Anjaneya and believes that only he can complete this complex task and will return with Sita's information. Sri Rama also shows faith in Anjaneya as he too knows his skills and asks him to carry his ring which has letters Sri Rama on it as a proof. After this, all 4 teams start their journey in their respective directions. As suggested by Sugriva, Angada and his team reach Vindhya Hills to start their search in the south direction. After searching for many days in the forests, hills, and mountains, one day they reach a deserted land where they don't see any traces of water and food. Starving for food and water, they go inside a huge cave where they see a mysterious city with beautiful houses, gardens, lawns, and waterfalls. At first, they get excited thinking that the city might belong to the demon king Ravana and they can find Sita in that place. But their excitement vanishes gradually as they don't see any traces of humans in that place. After searching for a while, they see a young woman at a distance sitting under a tree. By seeing her, Anjaneya decides to meet her in person to inquire her details. He requires Vanara soldiers to stay at a distance until he returns with her details, as it might create disturbance in her penance if they all go together. After greeting her, Anjaneya inquires who she is and what is she doing in that abandoned city. The woman introduces herself as Swayamprabha, the protector of the mysterious cursed Mayasura cave where humans once entered cannot leave alive. Surprised by the curse of the place, Anjaneya explains why they started from Kishkinda and how they landed in that place after starving for food and water. He further adds that they all are working for King Sri Rama and request her help to go out of that place safely so that they can resume their work. Pleased by his genuine words, and knowing the greatness of Sri Rama's ancestors, she agrees to help them. At first, she provides hospitality to everyone as they all seem to be tired and starving. Later, with her powers, she shifts everyone to the other side of the Vindhya Hills, which is a seashore of Indian Ocean filled with hills on one side and a huge ocean on the other side. After this, she disappears from that place, wishing them success in their journey. There, Angada and others praise Sri Rama because they know that only his greatness helped them to come out from the cursed Mayasura cave safely. At the same time, Angada realizes they missed Sugriva's 30 days timeline as they have spent many days inside the cave without knowing the time. Fearing by Sugriva's order, he does not show interest to return without Sita's information and decides to end his life in the same seashore. Hearing depressed words from their prince, Vanara soldiers also decide to end their life in the same place as they don't want to face their king without completing the given work. At the same time, they see a huge bird walking slowly towards their direction from the nearby hills. The bird is in huge size, looks hungry, but to their surprise, it does not have both the wings. They start to blame their fate, thinking they are going to be killed by the giant bird and they cannot help Sri Rama like Jatayu. The bird stops walking after hearing Jatayu's name in their conversations and questions them. How do they know Jatayu? Angada explains Jatayu's story, which he heard from Sugriva, and informs him that Jatayu was killed by Ravana when he tried to free Sita from his kidnap. By hearing the death of his beloved younger brother, the bird starts to speak with them. Dear Vanaras, my name is Sampati. I belong to the Vainitaya bird family. Many thousand years ago, with my pride and arrogance, I tried to reach God's son along with my brother. In that process, I lost my wings when I tried to protect my unconscious brother from the powerful sun rays. I have been staying in this place from that day, waiting for the Vanaras, as I was told by a sage that if I share Sita's information, I get my wings back. As a bird by birth, I can see any distances with my sharp eyes. Right now, I am seeing Sita clearly on Lanka Island, where Ravana hides her in his royal palace, a place named Ashokavana. You must travel 100 yojanas on the ocean to reach this island. I am regretting my helpless state as I am weak and have no wings to fly. Soon after sharing this information, Sampati gets his wings back and he immediately leaves that place with happiness, flying into the sky. After praising Sri Rama for showing his grace on Sampati, Vanara start their journey to seashore with new energy, thinking they all can reach Lanka Island easily from the seashore. Soon after seeing the endless ocean from the seashore, no one dares to go to Lanka Island on top of the ocean. By seeing this, aged Jambavanta volunteers himself to travel. But he is stopped by Prince Angada as he does not want to send him when young warriors are present. He volunteers himself to travel and asks his soldiers to wait at the seashore until he returns, as he does not have the ability to return 100 yojanas on the same day. But Jambavanta softly declines his proposal, stating he is their prince and the successor of Sugriva's kingdom. He further adds that a right king should stay till the end, giving guidance to his soldiers. Saying this, Jambavanta turns to Anjaneya, who is sitting silently on the nearby rocks, and asks him to prepare for the task. Surprised by Jambavanta's words, at first Anjaneya does not show confidence. But Jambavanta convinces Anjaneya by telling his birth and childhood incidents. Anjaneya, you are the son of God Vayu. You can fly any distances in the air like your father. In your childhood, you were killed by Indra when you had tried to eat God's son, thinking him as a big sized orange fruit. Angered by your death, your father stopped airflow in the earth. Soon after this, all the creatures on the earth started to suffocate. God Brahma, the creator of this universe, met your father along with other gods and requested him to calm down. They all made promises that they will make you alive again. As promised, Lord Brahma gave life to you. He also blessed that you will never be hurt by his weapon Brahmastra, which is a powerful weapon in all the worlds. God Agni promised that you will never be harmed by fire. God Varuna told that you will never be hurt by water. God Indra promised that his weapon Vajrayudha will never kill you again. God's son agreed to teach education. You are so powerful that you completed your studies under God's son's guidance, traveling along with him in the sky. You are not remembering all these incidents because you were cursed by sages in your childhood due to your naughty behavior. The curse goes away automatically whenever someone shares this information with you. Now, from this moment, you don't have any curse and you are free to use all your strengths. After hearing this, Anjaneya recollects his strengths and powers and increases his body size like a giant. With high confidence, he promises Prince Angada, Jambavanta, and other Vanaras that he alone will travel to Lanka Island to convey Sri Rama's message to Sita.